There's a lot of progress that we can continue to make on women's rights, workers' rights, labor rights, you name it. There's still more work to be done.
Mr. Speaker, when you talk about workers' rights, there's a status hearing this week in the motion to dismiss the lawsuit against worker workers' rights. What do you ultimately hope comes out of that situation, and how does that affect your message this week of workers' rights?
Well, my record is clear. Coming from a labor family, I am a big supporter of union rights. But we have a law in place currently that I have fought to change. I passed a bill out of the House overwhelmingly. I stand by that bill. I'm hoping that the Senate moves that bill to the governor's desk and the governor signs it. There is a way to change the law. And I believe that the courts will recognize that the way the plaintiffs have decided to go with that is the incorrect way. I would encourage them to support the bill that I filed. I worked with several folks in the drafting of that, and if we need to change it and make it better, we should do that, but we have to change the law.
Speaker, do you have any idea where Mayor Johnson was, and what do you make of his absence from the breakfast this morning?
Mayor's a very busy guy. I got to imagine he's in demand all across the city this morning. He's welcoming 50,000 visitors to his city, and so I got to believe, he's just somewhere else doing the job that a mayor does. I'm looking forward to seeing him at the convention center and giving a speech and getting us all excited about what we have to do ahead. What happened to Sonia Massey is horrific and tragic and should never happen to anyone, ever. And so what I have said since the world has seen that video is that we should always look to find ways to continue to shine a light on those situations. If it wasn't for the Safety Act, we wouldn't have had that video that we have. What else can we do to continue to bring transparency to what happens out there on the streets? I think we have to be open to that. And if there's some changes to make, we're going to make those changes. Amanda? I don't know the answer. I think we have to listen to people. Part of this job is listening to those who probably know more than we do. And after we've heard from advocates and those who believe that there's better ways to do it, make a decision. I think we're going to hear that just because Democrats are diverse. What you saw in Milwaukee was not a lot of diversity. And the diversity that we present this week, you're gonna see progressive voices, moderate voices. You're gonna see that everyone's voices are included in the Democratic Party, in our platform. And that's why we're gonna be able to bring those people in to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I think just listening to the governor himself, you're going to hear why moderates are going to be well represented in Washington. Last question.
Can you address that? Are those concerns legit? Are people going to have to face reality after the convention?
So here's how I respond to what the other party has said. Let's remember how the former president mishandled the COVID crisis. Let's remember how he made it a divisive issue while he was president. It took President Joe Biden to come into office and to handle that crisis properly. It took Joe Biden to renew this country and put us on the right path. What we have seen is unprecedented job growth under this president. We've seen unprecedented investment in America through the Infrastructure Act. We've seen so many great things happen under President Biden, things that we haven't seen since FDR. And so what we have to do is base things on facts, not rhetoric and innuendo, and look at the record and know that we're moving in the right direction, and we want to continue moving in that direction.